What's up, everybody? Chris Lee back with another United Destiny Entertainment tutorial video. Hey, check this out. If you're new to this channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell to get more videos like this in the future. All right, so what's up, guys? Chris Lee back with another video. Today, what we're going to be doing in the video is just pretty much, I want to just kind of do something different today. I want to produce a beat inside of FL Studio, and I want to do it. I basically want to do it with something that I don't like to use, and that's pretty much like a loop. And I'll tell you about that a little bit more later, okay? So what I want to do is just go ahead and start producing this beat inside of FL Studio. Just having fun. I kind of want to chill tonight. I've been busy all day, like ripping and running. And you know what I'm saying? I just want to kind of collaborate and interact with you guys and just have a lot of fun tonight. So what I'm going to be doing is making this beat to 155 BPM. So if you guys would like to collaborate, go ahead and send me something over. But this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a vocalist, rapper, or singer. I prefer a rapper in this particular case, who can send me some vocals to 155 BPM. Okay, so I'm going to just play the beat. And if you think that you can spit something really quick and send it over, just give me something to mess with, it doesn't matter. Just send it to my email. I just kind of want to mess around with some stuff today. I don't even have a lot of plugins that are actually inside of my FL Studio. So maybe I can mess around with doing some stuff with some of the stock plugins. You know, you just never know. I just want to have a lot of fun tonight and just kind of kick back and chill. I'm going to be basically eating my food. My wife made me some soup. Kids always getting me sick or whatever. So, you know, I just kind of want to kick back, chill, do my thing tonight. And then, you know, hopefully you guys are entertained by it. So let me go ahead and pull up my channel. And if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. I do a lot of tutorials on mixing, mastering, audio stuff, video stuff, photography, you name it. If you want to learn how to make beats, if you want to learn how to record vocals, mix vocals, master vocals, sound design, photography, graphic design, do logos, the whole 9 yards, I definitely do all that. So this is a channel that you definitely want to check out, okay? So hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. All right, so let me go ahead and pull this up real quick. I know I'm gonna have people like, you know, texting me and doing all that other stuff. All right, so I'm gonna make this kind of big. Hopefully I'm trying to, you know, cut off all my notifications, because people love to hit me up when I'm start doing a live video. So let me know if you're watching this video right now, if you can actually hear my vocals. And then also once I start playing the beat, just let me know in the comments so I know that you guys can actually hear me, okay? So let me go ahead and minimize this thing. What's new? What's new? As far as what's new, I pretty much I came out with some new templates yesterday. If you don't know, I came out with some new templates for Adobe Audition, recording templates, and they sound great. They actually sound pretty dope. If you never, you know, had a chance to utilize it or purchase it, I have that for sale. You can go check that video out on my page as well. And then also, I just have a lot of new templates for Cakewalk and Pro Tools. So if you're looking for recording templates, vocal templates, it don't matter. I have it all ready to go for you. You guys just hit me up. I'll let you know the rates. I'll go ahead and email you that after you make the purchase, guys, and have fun recording, okay? All right, so let me see. What's good, bro? Long-time follower since you was in the other spot. Love the R&B music you made. Still have it saved on my favorites. Hey, bro, I truly appreciate that. Absolutely. I truly appreciate that. That's the type of love and support that I'm looking for. That's why I'm, you know, trying to do this channel. All right, so check this out. If one of you guys are talented enough, it don't matter who you are. If you think that you have a verse or something like that, just a single vocal that you can send me to 155 BPM, let me know. If you want to throw some instruments on this and send me some wave files or whatever to go ahead and add to this beat, let me know, okay? So we're going to try to keep it simple today. So let's see what we can do. Here's the loop I'm going to be working with. And let me know if you can hear my vocals and the beat. Let me know if you can hear it. Hey, man, I didn't figure it out. Some hit the keys. What's good, man? No, I didn't figure it out. You know, it's something that I need to figure out. I wanted to do something cool for this video. I was going to try to, like, you know, record some vocals and do some live stuff or whatever the case may be, but I wasn't able to figure that out. So yeah, Anybody know how to basically get the USB microphone or the microphone input recording actually ready to go inside of FL Studio? Let me know, because when I go here to my let me see, the security and privacy settings, and I go to privacy, I know once I go down to microphone, it's supposed to be in here, but for whatever reason it's not. So I can't really I can't really figure out what I need to do to try to get my FL Studio. And I'm usually the one to figure all this stuff out, but for whatever reason it's not popping up. But it popped up in other people's videos, so there's nothing wrong with asking questions. That's why I hit up some hit the keys, because he's been making videos on FL Studio with his M1 Mac Mini, and I'm pretty sure he knows. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask him, and I believe he responded already, but I hadn't had a chance to check it out for the video. But yeah, if anybody want to collab on this, go ahead and let's do something, because I haven't been working at FL Studio because I've been so busy mixing and mastering people's projects and other things. This is me time right now. Like, I just want to focus on me and have some fun. I don't care if it's good, if it's trash, whatever. I just want to chill tonight. That's all I want to do. And just to make sure that you guys can see me, what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and move over my my image and just put it down here. Guys, also just let me know if it goes black or anything like that. Let me see. Check the text I just sent you. Okay, let me check that out real quick. Okay, let me see. I use an M1 MacBook Air. Sometimes I have to shut FL down and unplug and plug in the interface back in. Turn it on and wait for the computer to acknowledge the Apollo. Then fire up FL Studio. Hey, that's good to know, man. I'm definitely going to give that a shot. I don't know if I should do it right now, because it might, I don't know, it might mess something up while I'm trying to do the video. So I'm definitely going to try that. Bro, if it works for me, I'm going to truly, just give you a shout out and just let you know, man, because that's something that I really been trying to figure out, because I've been wanting to do a whole bunch of, I got some dope templates inside of recording templates inside of FL Studio, and I've been wanting to do like some dope videos like I do on my PC for a lot of recording videos to show you guys how I stack vocals, how I record things, how I mix things inside of FL. But on the M1 Mac Mini, for whatever reason, I hadn't been able to figure out why I can't get the microphone to work into it. But I'm looking up some tutorials, and then I'm going to definitely try what you told me to try out. Okay, so I don't know where I'm going with this beat, man. I don't. Okay, so yeah, I don't know exactly where I'm gonna go with this or how I'm gonna do it, but we gotta figure something out. We gotta figure something out. I kind of like that. So maybe instead of just trying to like overthink it, maybe I should just go with the flow and then see how everything comes out. Let me see what it says. I see what you're saying now. I don't. What's up with that? I don't know what's up with. It's not what I thought. Okay. Yeah, it's something I'm still trying to figure out. I remember before I had to do something where I was shutting the computer down to try to get the whole Apollo thing working. And then I remember you did something in your video. But for whatever reason, that's just not popping up. So I might have to uninstall and reinstall again. I'm not really sure I want to do all that. I got all these other programs that I'm trying to work on with it. But I love FL Studio. I do a lot of work in FL Studio. So I definitely want to try to get things popping for sure. Okay. Let me see. So I'm going to try to produce something without overthinking it. I'm going to just kind of like go with the flow. Okay. Man, I'm almost a little bit confused, believe it or not, because I've been working in Cakewalk, Pro Tools, Logic, FL Studio, all these different programs. But FL Studio, I've been working in the least lately, and you'll be surprised. I work with so many quick keys and things like that. Sometimes I'm like pressing quick keys that goes for Logic or Pro Tools, you know, in Cakewalk, or something that goes in Cakewalk and Logic, or something that goes in all those programs in FL Studio or something else, man. And it's just been like, dang, those quick keys don't go in this program. So I've been having to kind of like remind myself. So hopefully I don't look like a noob on this FL Studio thing. Okay, so we're going to try that for right now. And let's make sure that we are... Okay, so if anybody can work with that vibe for right now, that's what we're starting with. Okay, that's what we're starting with. So let me just go ahead and play it again. Okay. Okay, so that's not bad. Hey. Okay, let's see what we come up with next. Like I said, we just gonna trust the process. Just let me know if my screen go black, because that's the only thing. I love my camera that I have right now, but I definitely gotta find a camera that doesn't time out. This Canon M6 Mark II is a dope camera, but I don't like that it times out every 30 minutes. That's kind of annoying, so I might just have to go ahead and get another one, just in case, you know. And let's see what we got. We'll put this on a second. Like I said, we're going to try to just keep it simple. I can really go in right now and just try to do some crazy stuff, but let's try to keep it simple, because sometimes simple is good. Okay, I can work with that. Let's just quantize that thing. I believe that there's a, let me know if there's a little quick key or something inside of this program to go ahead and quantize everything at once. If anybody know that quick key, just go ahead and let me know in the comments. I mean, most programs, it's like, I don't know, like Q or something. Okay, I'm not really sure what the hell I just did. I hit Q, but I'm not really sure what that did. Okay, so okay, yeah, we don't want to render them. We don't want to render those. But yeah, if anybody know the quantize key inside of FL Studio, just let me know. Okay. Now before I get all crazy, let me make sure that I ain't do nothing weird. Because now I'm not hearing my audio. So what did I do? Somebody let me know. Let me know what I do. So I remember just hitting let me see. It's almost like almost like something muted or whatever. I'm not really sure what I just did. So that's kind of crazy. I've never done that before. It's asked me if I wanted to render something. So when I hit something, it just went ahead and did like a little. So let me just go back just in case. That was weird. Okay, well, let me redo that because I still want to hear that. Okay, so all I remember was hitting Q. So if anybody knows, if anybody out there is a FL Studio expert, go ahead and let me know what just happened. Hey, what's up, buddy? Lee, what's going on, man? What's going on? Something said A64 100 is clutches. You know what? This cannon is fire, bro. Like this cannon really is fire. It's just that the whole timing out thing, I don't know if there's like another setting for it or whatever, but I've just been doing a whole 30-minute timeout and trying to, fix that. That's the only thing. Command Q is quick quantize. Yeah, but now all of a sudden when I hit Q by itself, all of a sudden it like took my audio away. So I don't know why everything sounds muted. I'm not really sure what happened. But thanks for that. Thanks for that that quick key that you gave me. So let me see something. Okay, that's the Let me see. So yeah, I'm still just trying to figure out like why can't I hear any sound? I'm not sure about like nothing's muted, so I'm not sure what really happened. Let me see if I close it maybe and then try to open it back up. But that's definitely something that I want to figure out what happened because other people might be running into those issues as well. So if anybody else that happens to happen to you or whatever, and you're like, yo, what the hell? I can't hear my audio. Like, I'm not really sure what happened. So yeah, it's weird. It's working now. Let me know if y'all can still hear it though. Let me check. Yeah. Hey. All right. All right. Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. She play the game with it, hunna, hit it, hunna, sunna, hit it, shot enough, hit it, shot enough, hit it, shot enough, hit it, shot enough, hit it, yeah. Okay, so let me see if I got man, this is crazy because it's like it'd be different if I'm like, utilizing a lot of this stuff all the time. some producers like know where a lot of their stuff is. Like, I've been doing so much sound design, mixing and mastering lately. Like, I have not had a lot of time to produce beats inside of FL Studio, but Logic, I've been putting down some fire for real. Okay, let's try that one. Sometimes I like spending a little more time with some 808s, so I'm not really sure how this one is going to turn out, but, you know, that's what we got to do. We got to put that work in and figure it out. So I'm going to just go to pattern 4, and then let me see what I can do here. And I'm going to just take this here. Let's go ahead and pull this down too. Yeah. Let's do it in a higher key first so I can hear it. And what I like to do, but since I'm using this particular loop, I like to take my 808s or my kicks and then basically copy them over or whatever, so I can just match my 808s with it and then go ahead and change the octaves from there. So we'll start there and be able to move it here. And let's go ahead and shorten this real quick to 1/4. That's why it's better to go in the higher keys, because sometimes when you go too low, you can't really hear it that well. So it's always better to start in the higher keys. Okay, what we're going to do is do this. Copy this over. We're going to paste this. Okay, so what I want to do now is, since I have that, start it off, because I'm going to end up changing the second half. now we can go down an octave. So I really like when a 808 kind of carries a particular way. This one is not carrying the way that I wanted to, so I may end up switching it out. But let's try something real quick. Okay, so that's not bad to start off with that particular key, but also I like to do the harmony concept. So whatever I do with my 808s, if I find a particular key that sounds good, then I try to find another key that sounds good as well, and just see which one I like better. Okay. Hey, and if anybody can send me a particular verse, or if anybody has like a quick verse that they can send me or whatever, like anybody who know how to, you know, spit a verse or something on the fly, go ahead and send it to me right now. Send me a verse right now on the fly. 155 BPM. You know what? Something else that I really like in here, I think it's, let me see, I think it's somewhere in the instruments. If you never use like FL Studio pianos, like their pianos are pretty dope. At least I think so. Probably have a lot of latency though. Okay, let me see how many keys I can go down. Okay, so let me see something. Okay, so let's just go ahead and try those piano keys. Like I said, I'm not going to try to overthink it right now. I'm just going to put some stuff in there and just see how it flows. Okay, let me see. All right, let's try it. I almost forgot it, honestly. Okay, now let's just go ahead and kind of change some of the keys real quick. Hey, if you want to write a verse right now, go ahead and write a verse right now. Like, I want to be able just to kind of mess around with it in FL Studio, okay? So I haven't even imported all my plugins inside of this software. Everything else I did, but for right now, you know, just you know, I want to see who can do things on the fly. That's what I'm curious to see. Let's just take that down. Let me see. And I think it's is it Command L? Oh yeah, it's still the same. Okay, now let me see something. Now, I'm trying to keep this to where I'm only utilizing like really one main plugin. I know that people talked about the Harmer plugin and some other stuff. I have Omnisphere. I have all that stuff that I hadn't even tried to put on my M1 Mac Mini just because I don't want to take up all the space. But I might go ahead and start installing all that stuff tonight. Okay, let's see what else we got in here. Yeah, my mom is gonna be calling me all night tonight because that's just what she do. So y'all give me 1 second. I'm gonna let her know. YouTube. I really need to get this do not disturb button down. Like, yeah, if you know how to do that on the iPhone, let me know, because I'm tired of people calling my damn phone. Every time I try to do videos, people want to interrupt. It's all right though. That's my mama. I love her. All right, so let me see. Okay, so let's see what else we can. Definitely gonna put a pad in there, but I need to see something else. So I do kind of like that. So that's 1636, but I'm looking for something else that I can I don't know. I kind of like that. Y'all let me know if y'all like that or if you digging that particular instrument. I think it's kind of dope. So I'm going to try to add that in there, but so I'm gonna try to put that in there. Like I said, let me know in the comments if you think that particular instrument can work. Hey, hey. Okay, so let me see. Let me go back to that particular track, and then I'll just put it on track 10. Okay, so what we're going to do is just go ahead and go to, and I probably need to start balancing this stuff, because if not, then some of you guys are probably going to start hearing some distortion, and, you know, you probably get annoyed, but it is what it is, right? It's a beat making process. So. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna try to work with that. Let me see. I always like to, I don't like to do it in line mode. I like to do something a little bit that give me a little bit more accuracy. So 1/2 is better for me. Okay, so let's go ahead and work with that. And I think some said Command L, I believe. Oh, that's kind of not sure. Oh, piano roll. Look, let me see. My bad. I think he said Command Q. Now let's see if it did it. Okay. Yeah. Okay, now let's go in real quick and try to pull up. Okay, so what I want to do in this particular case is I want to take that particular instrument. Then I'm going to take the pianos as well real quick. So we're going to go and I want to just add chorus effect. So there's going to be one frequency here that is going to be popping in a lot of those low mids frequencies and almost a little less than a mid range. So anytime that you're going to have a lot of frequencies that share in that particular space, you're going to want to start doing some subtractive EQing with a lot of that stuff, because that is one area that can get a little bit money, in my opinion. Okay, so once you start adding your vocals, rap vocals, with a lot of the instrumentations, that area can tend to get really muddy. So don't hesitate to start like cutting some stuff. Let me see. Somebody said have that app on my PC and don't know nothing about it or how to use it, but I'm just passing through. Give you a listen. Ear candy. Keep it going, man. Absolutely. Hey, I truly appreciate it. Yeah, you definitely, if you're not utilizing it, then you sleep. So wake up, man. Wake up, for real. Hey, y'all about to, look, my food is getting cold, man. Oh, no. It don't even hit the same as cold. Hey, hey. Playing game with it. You know I'ma get it. Shaking it around with a dog at the bonnet. She know I'ma hit it. Cut her, check it, split it. Booty be tight like a viddy. She don't say a word. She get what she wants. She probably she don't admit it. Yeah. Playing a game with it. She easy, she know I'ma get it. She shaking it round with a talk at the bonnet. She know I'ma hit it. Got her in the gym and split it. Booty be tight like a viddy. She don't say a word. She give what she wants. She probably she don't wanna admit it. It's real. Don't give a damn how you feel. You know how to make no bill. Bring my meal. Back is carrying still. You know I'm level. Yeah, you know I'm ready. Yeah, you know I'm with her. Get up. Know you wanna do anything. I'ma get my money, yeah, you know you try to live with me. Forgive me with my body dropping, yeah, you know it, babe. But you looking better than the shawty, watch you do a thing. Yeah, you know, I be down with it. Yeah, you know, yeah, I be down with it. Yeah, you, yeah, I be down with it. I be getting my body in the bed, you know I'm mad with it. Hey, hey, come on, Ooh. Woo. So I don't want the piano to be so strong, so I'm gonna just roll some of this stuff off. I want that reverb to be wet, but I want that piano to kind of sit in the back. Hey, also, something. If you still on here, also, I've been trying to figure out how to get my, I think it's called the retro lo-fi from the Waves, plug in my FL Studio. I have it installed in my Pro Tools, my Logic, everything else, but just my FL Studio. I'm trying to figure out how to find that on my Mac. So if you got any tips on that, go ahead and let me know that. Appreciate you, bro. Hey. You know what? I like that wetness of it, but I'm going to pull it back just a little bit so I can go ahead and get it to come up a little bit. Man, I feel like mixing bring everything together. Like even a little simple mixing that I'm doing on it now, just with the subtractive EQ, boosting where I need the boost, the chorus effects, the reverbs, everything. You can see how it really starts to bring everything together. That's why mixing is so important. Even if you do it on a simple level, it really makes a huge difference and help things kind of balance out and sit in the mix better. So if you notice what I'm doing, I'm starting to do one instrumentation at a time and starting to add it and try to get a feel for it so I can basically add it and make it sit better in the mix. Okay. Another thing you don't want is you don't want all your instrumentation sitting in the middle. If I didn't utilize a loop for the kick, snares, and hi-hats, I would have basically separated things. I would have had things ping-ponging in a headphone stereo image, making everything sound super legit. That's just what I like to do. And that's kind of what I'm messing with right now, okay? So let me also check something real quick. Yeah, also, I mean, if anybody ain't got no vocals, you know, I know that's a lot to ask somebody to kind of put on the spot, you know, but I figured that some of y'all probably had like some type of vocals or something ready to go. My mom's still gonna be calling me. Like this. Let's go and check and see where you still. Absolutely. Always sending final mixes. So let me go ahead and pop this thing back on. Yeah, let me see. So yeah, let's get back to it. Also, yeah, like I was saying, if you're a producer and you want to go ahead and send some instrumentation or something that you want to add to the beat that you think probably go with it, go ahead and do that as well. Like I said, this is a chill night for me. Like I just want to chill. I've been mixing all week and I'm exhausted. Like money, I love money, but it ain't worth your sanity or your health. And I've been like wearing my body down lately. And I gotta have some me time. Okay, so let's go ahead and attack that attack that particular instrument there. When I hear little subtle things, I need to make sure that everything is like completely quantized though. Yeah, so those little subtle things. So let me go ahead and change this back. Okay, that's a little bit tighter. Sometimes you don't want to have everything quantized, but you don't want to have it like so off to where it's noticeable. You just kind of want to manually move instruments around a little bit or kind of off, simply because you don't want any your beats or anything to really sound too robotic. And that's a little technique that I also teach you guys. That's a little technique that I also teach you guys inside of FL Studio, not FL Studio, Pro Tools. I'll talk to you guys about if you try to line everything up perfectly with your vocals, it kind of makes things sound too digitized and it takes away that authentic sound. So you kind of want to have things to where they're not completely perfect, but just off just a little bit, especially when you go in and you do like either guitar leads or you do bass leads or you do like piano leads or whatever. Sometimes it's good to have like certain notes kind of off a little bit. Okay. And I don't mean off key. I just mean like it don't have to be lined up perfectly. As long as it kind of flows with it and make it sound a little bit more authentic and natural, then that's what you want to go for. Absolutely. Let me see. You want to humanize your tracks? You mean as far as the beats? I'm assuming that. I'm assuming that you're asking from the aspect of. I'll tell you like this. When you produce, so in a sense, yes. So when you produce beats in general, you're always gonna have like certain things to where everybody wants everything to be lined up, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you really listen to a lot of musicians, like live musicians who play, the majority of the time, how many of them are you actually gonna hear play everything perfectly? They're not really going to do that. You're going to hear like little things that they may mess up on, but you can't really notice if your ear isn't good when they mess up, simply because everything is playing at the same time. But there's little subtle things that they do to kind of make it, especially when they are trying to do something inside of a program that they wanted to sound a little bit authentic. So you want it to sound like it's kind of a natural thing. Everybody knows that when you get inside of a recording DAW, the natural thing that everybody want to hear is everything be perfect. And don't get me wrong, when you record stuff or you make beats or you do vocals or whatever, you're really supposed to hear the perfection of a track. But if you want to be a little bit natural, then I would definitely say that you don't want to have all your instrumentations lining up perfectly, because you're right, it will sound very robotic. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with things hitting, on point. But like if I was to go in like right now and if I was to add, let me see if I can add one. If I can find like a little lead or something that I can kind of play with, I'm not going to go in and like try to quantize that, because I don't want that to sound so robotic and like perfect. It's meant to kind of be treated like a lead. So it's going to be a little late. It's not always going to fall on the beat every single time, but as long as it sounds good, then it's still good. So yes, you definitely, you just utilize the term humanize, which is not a bad term to utilize now that I think about it. But yes, when you do certain things, you don't have to try to make everything sound on beat every single time. And I don't mean like purposely just try to like mess something up, but there's a particular flow. I do it in a lot of my R&B beats, and people be like, man, how do you get your like, your pianos to sound like that or whatever? And it's just like, I'm like, well, I'm not trying to play every note on every beat purposely. I kind of want it to feel like I'm just flowing when I'm playing, so it gives it more of a natural feel. It just makes it more realistic in my opinion. So that's something that you can take advantage of for sure. Hey, 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 hey. see, where you at? So I'm gonna add another synth master. If y'all don't know, synth master player is probably one of my favorite to utilize when it comes to making beats. Like, I'm not even joking. I utilize this stuff a lot. My PC has like crazy plugins. I have like way too many on there and that's another thing. I don't like having a lot of plugins because it 9 times out of 10 I'm not going to use all that stuff. Pull this over here some. See if I can find another. I do like that one though. Let's try something low. You know what? That instrument is different. I kind of like it. It's not something like that I would jump to every time, but honestly, it's just so different. I'm like, yo, like, why not? Now, if it's just going to keep doing that the entire time, then yeah, I'll probably not. I'll probably not dig it, but I don't know. We'll see. But I do like it. I just don't know if it's going to be doing that the whole time. Oh, that's kind of annoying. Actually, I do like it though, but the simple fact that it keeps like repetitively, you know, playing or sustaining is kind of whack. Okay, let's keep trying. And even though it's so light, I did like the other one because it had like some body to it. But I do like those delicate bells, so I'll probably utilize that in another portion of the song to kind of bring some things out. But that was pretty. That's what I love. That's what I love about Synthmaster. Like in general, like it just has so many sounds that I dig in general. I actually like that, so I'm gonna try to utilize that because that is dope. Like for real, that's I don't know what it is like, but that's something that's standing out to me. So I'm gonna trust it. Yeah. That's. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Yeah. Let's see. Absolutely. Let me see one more thing. All right, yeah. So I've been trying to maintain. Everybody want to talk to me at the same time. Let me see. Hey, I appreciate it for real. I'm just trying to. Just trying to get y'all something that y'all can feel. All right, so let's go ahead and add that thing. Okay, so now, yeah, I can do that. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to change that ending part because I want it to sound different than everything else. And this is kind of the point that I've always bringing up, that you kind of want things to kind of change up a bit and switch up a bit. So that's kind of why I don't want a lot of instrumentation going on in that particular part, because I want to hear some things break down. I want to hear some things kind of build up. And it's all a process. Like everything isn't going to come out right now the way that you want it. But honestly, like if I just wanted to take this, loop it, find me a section for like the verse, a section for like the hook or whatever, loop it inside of my recording DAW, Pro Tools, Logic, Cakewalk, whatever the case may be. I can legitimately go do a dope ass song like right now and have it ready to go. And then once I come up with the whole song, what I like to do is go back and add more instrumentation that's going to basically cater to the song, or that's going to complement what I'm doing in the song. The reason being is because I want some of those instruments to follow what I'm doing vocally, or maybe on the hook or the bridge or whatever the case may be. And I just kind of want everything to follow me at the same time. So you don't have to worry about trying to like, oh, dang, I'm producing this whole beat right here and right now. Like, come up with your idea, and then if you're an artist as well, put some of your lyrics down or record the song, and then go back, and maybe you want to go back and change a particular instrument or a particular lead to follow what you were trying to do, or a particular melody to follow what you were doing in the song. That's how you make things come together. It's not always about producing a beat, finishing a beat right then and there, and then going to put some lyrics to it. It's really a collaborative process. Sometimes when, you know, I collaborate with a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll have a producer produce a beat, and he'll send it to an artist. And when he send it to an artist, the artist would be like, you know, Chris, what do you think? Like, let me know. And then when I hit him back, I'm like, yeah, this is great, but I think this needs to change, or this needs to be added to this to kind of bring everything together. So what I do in the process is they'll say, yo, well, can you go ahead, let us send it over to you, and can you go ahead and add some spice to it? And that's what I'll do. I'll take what they did, I'll add a couple more instrumentation or whatever to the beat to really kind of add to the feel. I'll rearrange some things and really make the whole track come together. Like, that's just, you know, it's just all about having a good ear for it, okay? So in this particular case, going back to what William Williams was asking earlier. So this is one of them situations that, since it's kind of like a lead type thing, I may not want everything to just be quantized perfectly. Like, I kind of want things to be off a little bit to give it more of an authentic sound, okay? So I'm going to go up to this step, and then I'm going to go to like, you know, 1/6 or something like that. And then I'm just going to kind of like hear it, you know, get a feel for it, listen to it. So like, I don't want it to be drastic. Like, so I'm not going to line it up right here, but a little off. Say true story. When I first got this M1 Mac Mini, I was frustrated as hell because I was like, yo, how the hell do you slide things over so I'm able to visually see everything? And I was about to chunk this thing out the damn window because I could not figure it out. I was like, you know what? If Apple went in and changed this, something so drastic, you know, that people just absolutely is used to, you know, for the sake of trying to look cool or be cool, and like, I'm going to toss this thing. And then one day I decided to put my finger on the mouse and just started moving my finger, like rubbing it across it because I was frustrated. And I was like, yo, what the hell did I just do? Like, everything is finally starting to slide over. Like, it was ridiculous what I was doing the first couple weeks of having it. I was like trying to figure it out, and it was weird, man. It was weird. That's how you know I had been away from Apple for a long time, for real. So if you notice, like these particular ones down here, they're not hitting at the same right on the beat. Okay, I kind of want them to be a little late. Okay, so now for that particular instrument, now let's just kind of go in and see what we want to do, because now this is giving me the opportunity to take things out whenever I want to take things out. So with this particular instrument, as you can see, there's a lot of things going on in the frequency spectrum. That means that, you know, there's the frequencies are hitting everywhere in this thing. The lows, the low mids, the mid range, the high mids, the high frequencies. Okay, so if I allow everything to in this instrument, if I allow all the frequencies still to exist, then it's gonna overpower everything that I'm doing. So you want to be able to effectively utilize the EQ and kind of take out some of the frequencies so this thing can sit in there a little bit better. So let's just go ahead and try that. So I like the low end, but I don't need a lot of that because I already got stuff going on in the low end. So if you notice, the instrument is still there, but it doesn't have as much body to it. So it's not really conflicting or, you know, just clashing with the 808s and the other instrumentation. I'm using this EQ to go ahead and roll off some of that low end so I can go ahead and keep some of the body. I mean, keep some of the mids and the highs, but take away the body so it can sit better in what I'm doing. This is going to help me balance things. It's not always about pushing faders up and down and adding this and adding that. Sometimes you just legitimately need to effectively learn how to do some subtractive EQ, and I promise you things will start to balance out and sit better in the mix. Then you can go back and start balancing and adding things like that, okay? So like maybe I don't want as much as the the high mid frequencies, you know, so anything over 2K or, you know, 2500, 3000 kilohertz, things like that. Maybe I want to be able to create a little body right there because I know that certain vocal frequencies that I record, at least in my setup, I'm going to have my strongest range in that point for my vocals if I tend to do certain things. There's little things that I tend to listen to when it comes to the vocals and where the strongest point of somebody's vocals are. It may be in the low mids. It may be in the mid frequency. They may have something annoying. I don't want to use the word annoying because that's not fair, but they may have something that stands out or a little tinny or sounds a particular way in their high frequencies of their vocals. And that may be something that pierces and sits on top of the mix or stands out. So I might need to be able to create some space with that by rolling off some of these instrumentations in the high mids or the high mid frequencies in general, so I can go ahead and create some of that space. So these are things that you need to think about when you're producing beats. I know a lot of you producers out there, you love to just slap instruments together and it's like, yo, check out this beat. Okay, yes, that's fine. The beat is dope. That's cool. But you want to be, if you're gonna like, if you're gonna produce it just to like show and tell, the beat mixed and mastered by itself, there's two different ways that you kind of want to produce these beats. So one thing that you want to keep in mind is if I know that certain beats are going to be that I'm going to record over, if I'm just going to be showcasing a beat, then I may mix the beat and have a lot of the instruments and everything dynamic and everything hitting, punching real clear. I might have some other instruments that are like brought up higher levels than what I would normally have. But if I know I'm going to record over something, then I go into certain instruments and I'm like, yo, right away, I better go ahead and duck some of this hi-hats back, or duck some of this snare back, or some of this clap or this instrument or whatever, because I know that my vocals are going to be strongest in this range or that range. And it just kind of saves me a lot of time. When it comes to certain things that you want to do, like I know a lot of you want to master your beats. There's nothing wrong with that. But this is the advice I would give you. If you are going to get your beats mixed, just get your beats mixed by an engineer who know how to make your beats dynamic and loud and clear and punchy without necessarily mastering it. Because here's the deal. I would only advise you to master your beats if that's all you're going to be showcasing to somebody. Yo, this is my tracks. These are my beats. They're mastered. They're mixed. They're mastered. They're punchy. They're clear. And this is what I want to show as far as like my portfolio, my work. But a lot of you love to mix and master your beat, right? And then you send your clients these mastered beats that are already so dynamic and already so loud that when you send them to the clients or to the artists and they start to record, they record over it, and then their engineer mixed that song with your beat in it, and then that engineer is going to come back and master it at the same time. But the problem is, ain't going to be no headroom. Ain't going to be no headroom because you done already made that beat mastered, and everything is at its loudest peak, and it's so dynamic, and everything is just hidden and so open and so clear and punchy and everything that the artist 9 times out of 10, they're not. When the master engineer try to master that song, he might run into some distortion issues, or he may not be able to get that song as loud as he needed to be with a limiter because the beat is already mastered. Okay, so think about these things when you're putting your material out there. Another thing that I see a lot of you producers do is you go out and you produce these beats and you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna put a shitty low quality beat out on the internet just in case somebody steal my beat. Like, you can do whatever you want to do. Like, I'm never going to tell you that you can't do whatever you want to do, but don't sell yourself short just because you're afraid of the little thieves out there trying to steal your beat. Don't put some lo-fi crappy ass beat, low quality beat on the internet. And, you just because you don't want nobody to steal it, you're boosting the 808s purposely, or the muddiness of the 808s and the kicks purposely, and you're making instruments sound distorted and muddy, and you're putting that beat out there because at the end of the day, you're embarrassing yourself. Like, if somebody want to contact you, they're gonna be like, yo, this producer got like some dope beats, but his beats sound like shit, simply because you want to basically, I'm a painter as well, right? I do a lot of things. I'm a barber, I'm a painter, I do so many different things, right? So if I wanted to protect my art, that's like me saying, okay, well, yeah, this is my best work, but just in case somebody think about stealing it, what I'm gonna do is just like kind of smear my art and then go put it out on display. Why would you do that to yourself? Why the hell would you embarrass yourself like that? Like, that's dumb. Don't do that. So a lot of you producers be out here putting all these shitty ass beats online, and then you want people to buy them and say, I'm charging this amount of money for the beat. Well, I'm not gonna pay for a beat that sounds like shit, period. So don't do it. Don't do it. Don't give these thieving ass people on the internet what they want by putting out crap. Just go ahead and make sure your stuff is copywritten, make sure your stuff is protected or whatever, and just, tag your stuff if you need to. And the way YouTube and the internet work nowadays, if you start to hear people utilizing your stuff without permission, hey, go after them. Like, I'm not even joking. I've dealt with so many artists that I've mixed and mastered their music, and next thing you know, they didn't purchase the beat or whatever, and we put the song out, or they tried to put the song out, and a label basically sued the producer, and then the producer wanted to sue the artist and went back to the artist and said, hey, you need to take this down because a label came after me for using this or using that. Okay, so that's something that you want to keep in mind. You don't want to be doing that type of stuff. Don't do that to yourself at all. Protect your beats, protect your content, protect your material in general. If you have to know how the game work. You have to know how the law works. You have to know how copyright works. You have to know how this industry works in general. So just do the right thing. Like, if you want to tag your stuff, go ahead and tag your stuff and protect your stuff. But don't be putting out shitty beats on purpose because you're afraid somebody's going to steal it. Like, if they post it on Spotify, they post it on any website, and obviously you guys know you can do like a copyright claim or something like that, especially if you're somebody who already purchased a beat and is, you bought it or whatever, then somebody else trying to upload it, then obviously a lot of you know what the copyright claims and things can be like on YouTube or whatever the case may be. So just protect yourself. I'm not telling you guys what to do. I try to advise you guys and give you that real, because a lot of you are living in fear right now. Make your music, man. Have fun. Like, when I put stuff up, I always say, like, I got beats and stuff on the internet too, and I say, you know what, somebody can probably steal it. At the end of the day, they would be an idiot. Like, because the majority of the time, what labels and a lot of people do is they wait. They let you do your thing, right? But then what they do is they wait until you're one of those artists or somebody who blows up and you get like really big and you start getting some following behind you and some money behind you. Then they say, yo, I'm about to go in and basically take this person's money because they didn't get what they needed to get to be able to utilize this in general. So, you just got to be smart, and you want to make sure that you protect yourself at the same time. But if you want to do music, man, just do music the legit way. Find you a good producer that can produce you some beats in your realm, or whatever your budget is. Find you a good mix and mastering engineer who can mix and master your music, or work with you on your budget, whatever the case may be. If you need somebody to be a songwriter or go through artist development, just do things legit. Once people start saying that you legit and you operate like a professional, then people going to be like, yo, I really want to work with this person. But if somebody see that all you want to do is like cut people short and cut corners all the time and try to cheat people and try to cheat the system, ain't nobody going to be willing to do that with you, man. So just really put in that work and do what you got to do. Somebody said, that's a nice sound on those keys too. I truly appreciate that. Thank you. It says the beat knocks when it first dropped. Appreciate that. Let me see. Somebody said facts. Nowadays you can use the lyrics less co-brand on for any song. I absolutely agree with that as well. It's just more so, I don't know, man. I want people out there to try to be creative. Like find your sound. Like right now, I'm producing this beat, and with no intentions on, I don't know any other producer that makes beats like this or whatever. I don't try to copy anybody's sound. I don't try to do what other people do. I do what I do, and hopefully, it sticks with people. And when it do, I'm super proud, because sometimes I produce beats that I absolutely be like, yo, like, I don't know, this is a good beat at all. Boom. I showcase it. I post it online immediately. I'm getting emails. Yo, I just heard this beat that you uploaded, yada, yada, yada. I'm ready to purchase it right now. It's like, boom, good to go. But I'm focusing on trying to develop my own sound. And I've been doing that for a long time. Like, I don't do anything by rules or, I don't try to copy a lot of other producers. That's why when it came to drill beats, I never really got into drill beats. But then I did that, that song in Cakewalk to where I was sounding like Travis Scott in the song. And I produced that beat, and it was kind of like a drill style beat. Your trap style beat as well, but it was something that King Von would rap to. And when I did that, I was like, yo, this is my first time doing this style of beat. And next thing I know, I'm getting like crazy emails of people saying, yo, is this beat for sale? Do you have this beat? Can I buy this beat or whatever? And I'm like, dang, well, I mean, I didn't expect it. I didn't expect to sell it to anybody or for it to sound good or do this or do that. I was just doing what I do. I was doing my style, but it was just something that I'm hearing nowadays with a lot of producers. Even when I play y'all songs on the live videos, all I'm hearing now is a lot of drill type beats. A lot of you are so influenced by other artists. There's nothing wrong with that, but you still have to be able to find your own sound. Like singer wise, I like Tank. When people listen to my music, they be like, yo, you sound like Tank. And as cool as that is, that's fine. But I don't want to be another Tank. I want to have my own style. And that's why I do certain things with my voice. That's like, okay, yes, that's what separates us apart and makes us different. We all got influences. There's nothing wrong with having influences, but you guys need to really step into the element of being yourself, really developing your sound, finding something that you can say, yo, this is uniquely my thing. This is something that I do. And I do that across the board with beats. I do that across the board with my mixing and mastering. Like I just got like a certain mixing style that there's no other engineer out there right now can emulate. I guarantee it. Y'all can post comments all day long, but I guarantee you they cannot emulate things that I do. And even when I have people that I've mentored, there's a lot of YouTube engineers right now that I've mentored, that I've showed the ropes, that I've showed how to mix and master, that I've showed how to have a particular style and thing. They be like, man, I don't get it. Like, I'm so much better as an engineer now, and I've learned so much from you, but I still can't get your sound. I can't get that thing that you got. It's just something in your mix that stands out. And that's because I work on my own thing. I don't get on a bunch of videos and look at all the industry greats and look at all the world's best engineers and say, oh yeah, let me copy their style and see what they do. I don't even care what they do. I don't want to know what they do because I want to have my own thing. And that's what sells. Like if you want to know how to make money, you got to do something different that stands out. If you all make fried chicken and all your fried chicken taste the exact same, then what is going to stop the customer buying the next guy's over yours? Like, why would you have to give them a reason to say, yo, I'm gonna buy this fried chicken from him because it tastes like this, or it got something in the ingredients or the flavor that just stands out and is so much better than the other ones. That's what you got to do. So anytime you marketing something, anytime you marketing your beats, your recording, your mixing, your mastering, your art, whatever you may be selling, hell, I don't care if you selling muscle tees and socks, it don't matter. Your muscle tees and your socks better be way more comfortable than the ones that you're going to get from Walmart or from, Champs or wherever these stores are in general. You better have something that stands out or that's going to be a little bit different, that's going to keep people coming back for more. So that's what I try to do with a lot of my music and beats and things that I create. This beat right now, I had no direction, but you see what it's coming out to be like. It may not be everybody's cup of tea, but hey, it still sounds like something. It still sounds good. And I guarantee you, any talented artist would murder this beat. So even though this instrument now, it has that thing at the top that I might not want to stand out. So let's just go ahead and roll that off, and then let's cut it back and let's see if we like it. Now, the reason why I like that particular thing right now is because it kind of took that clarity out of that out of that instrument. And I don't feel like it's overpowering everything that I'm doing with the other instrumentation. But I did kind of like that little edginess on top. So I might add like a little distortion plug-in or some saturation to kind of make it, give it like a unique sound or a tone inside of this thing. But I do like this, but I'm going to try to add just a little bit more to see if there's another area that I like it to sit in the mix. And that's why it's so important to really understand how this EQ and all these things work, because this is what's going to help you become a better engineer. I try to give you guys tips that are legitimately going to help you get better. If you just understand what I'm telling you, I promise you, you're going to be A1. Trust me, I ain't got nothing to hide. I ain't out here trying to compete with none of y'all and nobody and none of your favorite engineers on YouTube. I don't give a damn about nobody. All I care about is what Chris Lee is doing, and I'm trying to teach other people how to be great. That's all I care about. Now, I like it right there. So if I just go ahead and cut that EQ off, let's go ahead and listen again. And I'm just going to kind of toggle it on bypass it so you can hear what it sounds like. Now, there's a little bouncing arpeggiating type delay ping pong type thing that's in there at the top of it that I still kind of want to stand out in a mix just a little bit. So I'm going to add a little bit more of those highs and high mid frequencies to be able to get that piece of the instrument to stand out. But I don't want the edginess or the crispiness of that particular instrument to stand out. So that's why I'm doing this. Hey, hey. And if I feel like I don't want it to, because again, you can't have everything sitting directly in the middle. So sometimes you need to pan some of your stuff out. So you take away from the distortion, number one, but then you also create that nice little stereo image with your beat. So once you start recording vocals, and your vocals obviously is going to sit in the center unless they're panned, you're doing harmonies, stacking vocals, or whatever the case may be, you want to be able just to kind of treat it like you want to be able to create that separation between your vocals and your instruments at the same time. A lot of you love to have your beat so in the center, all your instrumentation's in the center, nothing's panned, and add all these vocals on top of it. And your mix doesn't sound full. It doesn't sound spaced out. There's no separation between the vocals and the instrumentation simply because all you do is put everything in the center. But those nice mixes that you hear, a lot of my stuff that you hear in general, you're going to hear that stereo image, everything in both sides, because I want the headphones to feel full, almost like a surround sound, but in 2-channel. When I mix short films or I mix and surround in general, it's so dope to be able to mix in all those different channels and to be able to put the low frequency stuff and the heavy 808s or the heavy low frequency stuff in one channel, and then legitimately just like pan everything out in surround sound around me. It's just a dope feel. You almost feel like you're sitting, if you sit and close your eyes, it's almost like you're in that atmosphere in general, right in the center of it. And that's kind of how I want my mixes to sound as well. I just want you to feel like you're in the center of it and all my vocals and everything is just surrounding you. That's the kind of feel. I like things that sound big, open, spaced out. Those things I absolutely love. Okay, yeah. So I'm already liking this because I know that I'm gonna end up adding another. Let me hit Control C, and this is actually pretty dope. Like, this is a beat that I'm vibing with for real, just because, like I said, I hadn't produced nothing in here in a little hot minute. Okay, so I've been doing everything mainly on my PC. So as far as FL Studio, but everything else I've been, Logic, Pro Tools, etc., all on my Mac. So just to be able to crack this program open, I'm pretty excited about doing it because this kind of got me in the zone. Yeah, I was really hoping, like I said, I was really hoping that somebody out there could have sent me a little verse or whatever, just to add to this. But hey, I get it. Some of y'all probably ain't, probably ain't ready to be doing verses on the fly like that. Okay. Let me see. And then I'm gonna go in and add some stuff to that later. So I mean, if this is just something that I was working with for right now, like I would be good with this. I mean, obviously I'm gonna go in and do some things in the beginning and then go ahead and start building up on a verse and things like that. But I just want to try to get this feel for it. And then once I start adding things, I think it'll really make it come together. And I already like it in general. I think it's really good so far. So somebody had asked, let me see, how do you find a key of the beat? I don't really do it in FL Studio. I'm not really sure how most people do it in FL Studio. If some hit the keys is on here, maybe he'll be able to tell you how he do it. But me in particular, either I'll use a plugin or I'll probably just use my ears. So if there's a certain melody or a key or whatever the case may be, I kind of do it the old school way. Like I'll legitimately take like a piano plug-in, and then when I take like a piano plug-in, I just pretty much like to go up the scale, and I just pretty much see what that key is, and if I match the key and I play it on the piano or whatever the case may be, that's usually how I do it. So everybody else has their own way of doing it. I know people use auto key. I know people, there's like things that you can utilize online to where you're trying to find the key of the beat. I don't use none of that fancy stuff. I just pretty much use my ears, but I know there are ways that people do it. I just don't do it like that in general, but I'm not against it. I'm just letting you know I don't. Everything that I do is by ears. When I produce beats, when I sing harmonies, when I sing songs in general, everything, it's all by ear. I didn't go to school for like no music theory or none of that stuff. Like you put a lot of that stuff in my face and I'd be like, I don't know what the hell that is, but I know how something should sound. That's all I can tell you. I know how something should sound. And I think that's the best tool to have is when you can utilize your ear. I have a lot of people that went to school for music theory and they just know so much. They'd be like, man, how the hell do you know all this stuff and you've never taken music theory? Like you've never done this, you never done that. I'm like, nope, I just use my ears. Like I was a little kid who had like a little piano, and I would sit there and play one key at a time. And then I started to play chords and then started to play things together. And once you start to learn where you want to go with things, I literally started like this. And then I started doing more keys. And I'm like, oh, I'm not sure what that is, but that sounds good. That was like, that's a chord. That's a chord. That's a chord. Like all these different things. And that's just kind of how I did it. Then I started adding lows because I didn't really know how to add that extra stuff. So I started adding other things. And it's like, oh, dang, I'm not really sure what the hell I just did, but all that sounds good too. So after you start doing that, you start learning how to play. Started playing with one finger and then a couple fingers and then one hand. And then I started to incorporate the left hand because I didn't really know how to do that at first. And then everything started to come together. And then once you start doing things, you can start adding more. So when you do, so here, right here, If it sounds good together, then that's a chord that you can utilize. So however you play it, you can do different things. That's just like a faster tempo. If you want to punch, 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 you can like basically come up with so many different songs with the same chords. It's just all about how you play it, what beats you hit it on, the tempo, everything. And that's pretty much all it is. So like I said, if I hear something, so if I hit one key and let me purposely try to find an off key. Now let me play those together. That's still a chord, but that's still a chord. Let me try something off. And it becomes hard at that point because like I'm trying to play something off key or whatever, and it's like extremely hard because I'm so used to my ear naturally following the chord or the note that goes with it, or the key that goes with it in general. So if I find another note or whatever and I try to play it, sometimes it's hard to play something off. Now, if I'm going to randomly put my hands somewhere on purpose. Don't even know where I'm going to put my hands. Now, let me see if that sounds good. That still sounds good. Like, that still sounds okay. Let me try it again. Just random, put my fingers anywhere. Now, I'm not really sure about that, but let me see. That still sounds good. So sometimes it's just trying to figure it out. It's trying to figure out what you want to do. And keep going up. Just keep going up. So when I be doing that, what it tends to help me do is kind of like, oh, like I'm starting to go up a scale, or, you know, and just try to like practice doing different things with my vocals or whatever the case may be. So when it comes to doing that with vocals and beats and all that type of stuff, that's pretty much how I start to figure out certain keys. And then once you start to memorize everything in general, it's like, oh, I've heard that before. I played that before. Okay, this is this key and this is that key. But for a lot of people that practice a lot of music theory and all that type of stuff, and they just know these scales and these keys and these octaves and all that type of stuff, based off their schooling and their education behind it, they'll just know. But for me, I just kind of use my ears. So, you know, that's probably something that you can do as well. So I'll tell you what, so what I'm going to do in this particular situation or this particular case right now is I'm going to go ahead and chill, shut it down for the night, probably stop this live video, and I'll probably go ahead and come back tomorrow with this video, and I'm going to go ahead and try to send this to some artists or something and see if they can go ahead and spit a verse or something like that. And then what I'm going to do is come back tomorrow and try to like do a video to where I'm kind of like, you know, doing a little mixing on it or trying to get the vocal to sound good or doing some cool things. So hopefully I might find a singing vocalist who like to do kind of like that singing rap style, something that I can add some auto-tune to and be like very, you know, do some interesting stuff with, or find just the artist that just wants to rap on it or whatever the case may be. But other than that, that's pretty much all I'm going to do for right now. Guys, go ahead and check out my other videos. If you haven't heard already, I do have some templates, a vocal template that I just created in Adobe Audition. So if you utilize that and you want a dope template, I got a dope vocal template for that. And I also can show you guys how to use auto pitch correction inside of Adobe Audition, which is kind of like technically like an auto-tune plugin. for Adobe Audition, of course, but I'm also going to be doing some videos to show you guys how to do some mastering and that stuff, as well as Cakewalk. And if you guys want to see anything in Pro Tools, let me know. I just did another R&B template and another rap template for Pro Tools. So if you're interested in getting that, then guys, message me for that. Everything's ready to go. All you got to do is message me, purchase it. Everything is already set up. All the plugins is ready to go. Hey, let me see. LaMarcus Davis. Yeah, if you want to rap on it, let me know. I can send this thing to you or whatever. And, you send me a vocal. Make sure it's a nice, clean, draw vocal. No effects on it. Just nice, clean, and draw. When, try not to have a lot of noise in the background, because when I start adding plugins on things really get enhanced and really start to stand out. So, that's something that you don't want to run into. But, yeah, as far as the plugins, or the templates for Pro Tools, I got those templates popping, man, and they sound good. And guess what? They're all with stock plugins, factory plugins, no wave stuff, and it still sounds great. So if any of you are interested in that, just go ahead and email me so I can get you guys right. A lot of you got some dope music, and you just need something that's really going to help your sound, become a lot better in general. So, hit me up. And then also, as I mentioned before, guys, I'm doing a special this month only. And I highly recommend that you guys do not wait. For this month only, I'm mixing and mastering songs for $200 per song, period. Mixing and mastering for your song, industry standard, radio ready, for this month only. The month of December, that's my way of trying to bless everybody out there, kind of keep some money in your pocket. That's basically me giving you a little discount. After this month, starting back the 1st of January 2022, the rates will go back up. So I highly recommend that you guys get on board right now and go ahead and get your songs mixed and mastered. At least get you 1, maybe 2, maybe 3. To be good to go, maybe get you 4 or 5 for an EP. It don't really matter. Just get you some industry standard, radio ready, quality material that you can promote and put out there to the world and shoot music videos with, the whole 9 yards. Like, do yourself a favor and really be kind to yourself and invest in yourself and get you some mixing and mastering done, especially for me right now, because you guys know, anybody who's been my client in the past, y'all know that I put that sauce on y'all songs. Everybody know that anytime I mix a song, it's a night and day difference, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make everybody sound better. I don't care. It ain't about me. Like, my biggest benefit is you being successful. My biggest benefit is you looking good when people listen to your music. Like, I want people to listen to your music and be like, yo, this artist is dope. The mixing is dope. Everything about this track is dope. Like, that's what I want people to get when they hear hear music that I've mixed and mastered for you. But if you guys, let's make that a New Year's resolution as well, man. 2022, guys, try to be good to yourself. Invest in yourself. Don't wait no more. Don't sit here and try to cut corners no more. None of that. I be hearing some of y'all music on my live, and I be like, damn, these artists are so dope. They're so dope. They got so much talent, but their music just don't sound good, and that's what's hurting a lot of you in general. Some of you got some decent mixes. Don't get me wrong. Some of you guys got some decent mixes. Some of you guys got some good mixes. Like, I'm not mad at all. My goal is to try to help people out, and don't ever look at it like, this is such a big money thing for me. Honestly, like I said, I got a wife and 5 kids. Like, I'm their sole provider. I'm their protector. I give everything to my family. Like, this is how I run my business. Like, this is what I do. I don't have that 9 to 5 that everybody else may go to and, go work at this job for this person or that person. Like, I am an entrepreneur. I am a business owner. I run my production company. So everything that I do, this is how I provide for my family. And anytime I'm doing stuff on YouTube, this is really just to benefit the channel, to keep me motivated to keep going for you guys. Because if money isn't being poured into the channel, if money isn't being poured into the business, then honestly, I'm not gonna waste my time doing it. I'm not gonna be on here 24/7 just giving out free content all the time, because I've done that for the past decade or so. And I got to be able to provide for my family at the same time, so I'm only going to focus on what's going to keep the bills paid. And that's what I got to do. Let me see. Digging up the banks. Trying to make the river bigger, eliminating all beavers because we don't need no dams. We can ask God, the God's flow. If those are lyrics, that's dope. Hey, I tell you what. If any of y'all really just want to get on this track, man, like I said, let me know. Let me know. I'm gonna play it one more time. Okay, so yeah, like I said, I'm gonna be adding some stuff to this. Hopefully, I can find some dope artists that want to do some cool stuff in the next live video that I can add to this, and just kind of do like a little dope mixing video, just have some fun with it. Other than that, guys, I truly appreciate y'all. Like I said, if you want to get the mixing and mastering, this is the month to do it. Contact me. Me discounting it is just a way for me to say Merry Christmas to you guys and try to bless you with something. And then I'm not trying to break the bank, obviously, because you guys got family, holidays is coming up. And, nobody want to be going into 2022 broke. So get your bread up. That's my goal. My goal is to make money, not spend money, especially going into the new year. That's what everybody's goal should be. So just make it happen for yourself. And hopefully you guys continue to support this channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Go check out all the videos. Check all the content. Sit down and learn something. Get a pen and a pad. Get some notes. Practice. Pull your DAWs out. Whatever you need to do. Just go ahead and get better at mixing and mastering, producing beats, singing, songwriting, you name it. Like, just get better at it from watching these tutorials. Also, guys, I really, really need your help. Guys, I'm trying to get my channel subscribers up. At first, I didn't care about it. And now it's just like, man, I do care about it because I don't want to be putting out all this content for no reason. You know what I'm saying? I got, I don't know. I think I'm at like 36,000 subscribers or something like that. But I am trying to get to 100,000 subscribers because at this point, if I'm not going to be like really getting my subscriber count up, then I don't want to be like making a bunch of tutorials out there in general. For no reason. Like, I want this stuff to benefit people, and I want people to see this stuff in the masses. So don't hesitate to share. Don't hesitate to tell somebody to subscribe. If you're new here and you haven't subscribed already, subscribe. Also, a lot of you have been hitting me up asking me about my Instagram. I have my United Destiny ENT Instagram page, but if you want to follow my personal page that I'm active on, you get to see my life and what I do in general. It's Chris Lee, aka Toonie. Okay, so I'm gonna put that in the Instagram right now, so you guys know. So my Instagram is Chris Lee, aka Toonie. Okay, that's my Instagram. That way, if you guys want to like connect with me personally, I know some have tried to follow me on Facebook, but my Facebook, I was just like maxed out. I deleted a couple people, so I probably have like a couple slots left. But really, if you just want to connect with me through email or Instagram, my personal Instagram or whatever. That's really the best way to reach me. Other than that, guys, you guys have a good night, man. Y'all stay blessed. Continue to put that work in. I would love to hear more of your music, so get them songs ready because I'm going to be having that live coming up here this week. I want to hear some new material. I want to hear some new content, so guys, get them songs recorded, send it my way, and let's make it happen. Other than that, guys, y'all have a good night. Stay blessed, and peace and love to everybody. All right, take care.